Goings, and I serve as the Assistant Band Director at Brewer Middle School. I would like to personally welcome each of you to our first performance of the year, and on behalf of the entire Brewer Band staff, extend our gratitude for your support and participation in your child's education. In addition, we want to thank any and all of our administrators and faculty for being present. At this time, I would like to introduce our band staff that has been working with your children since the beginning of the school year. We have Elaine Johnson, who is the head director at Brewer Middle School. Alicia Alonso, he is the head director at Tannahill. Miss Beth Harville, who is the director of the Fine Arts Academy Band and also is the general music instructor at Tannahill. Miss Stephanie Valero is the assistant director here at Brewer High School. She works with our flutes. Mr. Keith Duke is our percussion instructor for the entire of WSISD, and also Mr. Andrew Williams, who I believe is in attendance tonight, who is the head director here at the high school and is also now our fine arts director for all of WSISD. Thank you for your support. Tonight, we are going to remind you, you're going to like this. Are y'all ready for this?
Yes.
We are going to remind you, think you're ready for this. We are going to remind you of just how far your student has come in this journey of music learning. The volume of information that they have processed up to this point is truly astounding, although it may not always sound like it. At the conclusion of our performance, we're going to play 2 full-length songs. This is a lot of music for young players. They may get tired, and some of them may get very tired. The muscles that they are using to accomplish this feat are very tiny but powerful. Keeping your mouth muscles in the correct position is like lifting weights continuously for 5 minutes with no break. At this point in the year, your child has learned how to sit in the chair with the correct posture to play an instrument, open and close their cases without damaging the instrument, put the instrument together correctly and efficiently in less than 2 minutes, name the parts of their instrument, identify the music staff and its basic components, identify 8 notes on the staff, consistently play 5 notes with accuracy, count whole, half, quarter, dotted half, and 8th notes, tap their foot continuously in performance to a steady beat, which is not easy, by the way. Breathe and use consistent airstream during performance. Use their hands independently and in coordination with each other. Watch the director before, during, and after performing. Start and end the performance together. Carry their instrument so it does not get damaged. Hold their instrument in the same manner as everyone else in the section so that there is uniformity in the section. And finally, to do all of these things at the same time. I think you can see that this is truly a difficult task. Because we engage the whole brain at the same time, your child's brain is literally being rewired to be smarter. And we find that very exciting. Before we begin, be aware that part of teaching your child involves instruction on concert etiquette, which is a fancy French word for having good manners while you're in public. And we ask for your help in demonstrating these behaviors in front of your child. You can find these guidelines in the back of your program. Beginning band in WSISD is comprised of hundreds. Beginning band is comprised of 184 students from Tannahill, Fine Arts Academy, and Brewer Middle Schools, receiving instruction from a team of 6 directors in classes specific to the instrument being studied. This coordinated effort helps to ensure that your child is receiving the most individualized instruction possible other than being enrolled in a private lesson program. We have divided the students into 2 teams or bands for the purposes of this performance. Seated before you is Band A. Band A is comprised of 100 members. There are 13 from the Fine Arts Academy, 16 from Brewer Middle School, and 70 from Tannahill Intermediate. confident that all of you know your ABCs. But how fast can you say your ABCs? Well, I bet that we can say it faster. Part of learning our scales is learning to say the note names fast, not only forwards, but backwards. See if you can keep up by thinking them with us. Next, we will demonstrate how we count and clap rhythms in class. This is one of the first things that we do together as we learn a new piece of music. Before we begin tonight's performance of our selected pieces, we would like to feature each instrument of the band and demonstrate the very first sounds that were made on the instrument. You have probably heard these at home, but chances are very good that you have never heard them like this. We would like to begin with the flute. Next, we're going to hear from our double reed section, the oboes and bassoons. from our small oboe and bassoon section to the clarinets.
This is the one that's really exciting because when you get lots of clarinet players in one room playing on the mouth of the barrel, clarinet, hold up the mouth of the barrel, you can see it. I'm not even going to tell you what that's going to. All right, here we go.
That's only half of them.
It's awesome when they're all together. All right, here we go. All right, the saxophone starts with their neck and mouth, which is kind of similar to the clarinet. It's a little shinier, so the saxophone is going to hold it up real quick. All right, and here's what the mouthpiece and then sound like. Here's their first note.
And now we're moving to the brass section. All brass instruments produce sound in basically the same manner. We'll start with the highest pitch brass instruments, the trumpets.
Oh, there we go. All right, so brass instruments are all a little bit similar. So trumpet is a hold up your mouthpiece. And parents, if you're a trumpet parent, then you've probably seen these, and maybe you know not how. They have one of the smallest mouthpieces in the brass family. And here's what that sounds like. And that's what it's supposed to sound like.
Next up, the French horns.
Hold up your mouthpieces for the horns. They're about the same size as the trumpet mouthpiece, shaped a little bit different. Yes, that's what it's supposed to sound like. And the special thing about the French horn class, they have so many pitches that they can get with the same fingering that we have to do lots and lots of singing and listening. So you notice I just had one French horn player play. I will always do a pitch so that they can match because otherwise there's no way for them to match. Because we know what we're listening for, and in class we have them sing all the time. I won't make them sing in front of you all.
All right, moving down lower. This is going to be the low brass featuring the trombones, the euphoniums, and the tubas.
Trombone, hold up your mouthpieces first. Okay, so you can see we've got a lot of trombones. Euphonium, hold up your mouthpieces over here. Euphonium and trombone mouthpieces are the same size, and then tuba mouthpieces, hold those up. These are huge. Okay, so the tuba mouthpieces are the biggest mouthpieces and the biggest instruments that we have in the band, but we have class all together, so we'll demonstrate this all together.
And finally, for the percussion. Now, they do things a little bit different in percussion world, so I'm going to let Mr. Duke tell you all about it.
learn quite a few different instruments. We're the only class that learns ballad instruments or bell instruments, and we also learn battery instruments like the snare drum, bass drum. They learn it on practice pad first. But what we're going to do first, I want to play have the kids play a few of our different instruments that we're playing this evening in the pieces. So let me start off with that. First of all is the timpani. Can you go and play a few notes on the timpani, please? Play loud. All right, that's the timpani. Now next, in the same category but only one drum is the bass drum. All right. Then the loudest instrument on the stage is the snare drum. So play something with the snare drum. All right. Thank you. And well, I would say the next loudest thing was the snare drum. Now the loudest thing is the crash cymbal. Go play. Whenever they're falling asleep in my class, I just grab it. Wake them up a little bit. And let's see. The next thing is the triangle. Go ahead and play something on triangle. Play some notes. All right. So as a percussionist, we have to learn a lot of different kinds of instruments, and this is just a small portion of what they get to learn for this year, and then also in years to come. But right now we'll play our basic warm-up. It's called 8 on a hand. It's just like it says. They play 8 on one hand and then play 8 on another hand. So this is 8 on a hand.
Thank you, Mr. Duke. The skills that we have just demonstrated, the note naming, counting, clapping, and mouthpiece playing are fundamental to the playing of the instrument and are skills which should continue to be a regular part of your child's warm-up during their practice time at home, even though they may sometimes be somewhat painful. Now, let's put all of that together and hear some seasonal favorites.
Good evening, parents, grandparents, friends, and band family. Thank you for coming to our beginner band winter concert. In order for performers to have the best concert atmosphere, please silence all cell phones and other electronic devices. We ask that you not use flash photography, talk, shout, or stand during the performance. If you must excuse yourself from the performance, please do so between songs. We hope you enjoy the performance.
Our first piece is a pamphlet, or a short song of celebration, that was written by Ludwig von Beethoven as part of his last symphony, number 9. Ode to Joy is the fourth movement of the symphony and serves as an uplifting finale to his masterwork. You may recognize the familiar tune as we pass the melody around the band.
1857. It is also considered the first song to raise on Santa Claus. Santa on the Housetop is based off of Benjamin Hanby's original tune and brings a classic Christmas favorite to our stage.
That's a lot of hard work, in case you didn't know. Thank you so much again for coming out tonight. As we dismiss, you can start making your way to the cafeteria to meet your child. And on behalf of all of the WSISD band directors, we would like to wish each of you a most Merry Christmas and a joyous New Year.